Hi everyone. Good morning, guys. Right, very good morning, all of you. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well. So, all of you had your tea, coffee, hot water, juice, breakfast, everything you had or not? You had everything or nothing? Here we'll be continuing our discussions of this PYQs, you can say, right? So, which PYQs we are discussing? Right. So we'll be going for which one you consider that PYQ series, na? Yes or no? ESE PYQs only we are continuing, right? Right. So linear measurements, fundamentals of surveying, right? Linear measurements and this compass survey questions we have done, right? And yeah, Nitin, good morning. Yeah, actually you have texted me yesterday, right? Okay, don't worry. I'll be just sending you that right today's and all together I'll be sending. Don't worry. Right. Yeah, Sanyam. Good morning. How are you? Yes, I am good as usual. Right. The surveying PYQs, ESC PYQs, right? We'll be having this live test, right? So welcome to Unacademy. Let's crack it. So this fifth session on this live test, right? Two sessions we had in the special class, and this session will be have third onwards, right? We are having on which one? This YouTube, na? Yes or no? Right. So these are all GATE 2024 topics, right? Those who are secured AR1 from Unacademy, and this latest batches were started on 7th March, and so if you are taking this 12-month subscription, you'll be getting it 9,999. 24-month subscription, you'll be getting it this 16,999, right? You can say. So this offer is valid up to today only, right? Today will be the last date, you can say, right? So the 60% off on all your GATE subscriptions will be having. So this exclusive batch for this ESE, it was started on which one? 7th February. Right. So this is UPPSC AE prelims was started on March 7th, you can say. So this is the price you are having. So that Mardhara batch for this RPSC students also started. This prelims and this mains, right, for this RPSC, right, these are all the subjects started on March 15th, you can say. Will be starting on March 15th if you just read these subjects. So these are GATE batches, right? 2027 batch, right? This is ESC 2026 batch, you can say, right? So this is how you can predict your GATE rank, right? These are all the features of this place you can have. So now up to which one we have done, right? This linear measurements and this compass survey gets over, na? Yes or no? This compass survey questions we have done, right? Some more questions are there, but those are similar kind of questions only we are having already, which we have discussed, right? Now, so we'll be going for which one? This 5th class live test, and this is surveying, right? Chapter 4, that theodolite surveying will be starting, you can say, right? So this is a first question, right? Shall I? Right. So that 1 minute time I am giving. Right. Try to select the answer. Select your answer, everyone. Right. The time gets over. Consider the following operations in a Spire test, right? So what is a Spire test? You have to go for, if you just observe the steps, right? First step, right? So if you just observe, depress the telescope and sight a point on the ground near to the instrument. Clamp the horizontal plates, right? Sight a well-defined high point. Change the phase and repeat the procedure, right? So if you just observe, these are in the jumbled manner, na? So no, these are in the jumbled manner or not, right? Now we have to consider them in which manner, right? So that proper manner we have to consider them or not, right? Proper manner we have to consider them, you can say, right? First and foremost step is what? that is your setup instrument, right? Without a setting up of this instrument, right, can we do anything? First of all, no, no. So steps to be followed in this Spire test will be, right, setup instrument. If you just observe, right, where we have to set up instrument on this flat walla ground, right? On the flat ground we have to set up, right? What is the second step, right? Yeah, Raj, good morning. Sight. Okay, what is that we need to do? Sight a well-defined point, right? What is the meaning of this well-defined point? Well-defined means, right, whose properties and whose situations are known, yes, and whose details are known or not, right? Sight a well-defined point. So like which one? So when you are setting up your instrument on the flat ground, or you just look at the top of this hill, you can say, right? Is no top of this spire or tip of this chimney, right? Anything, right? So sight a well-defined point, like top of this spire and top of this chimney, right? Like that will be having. Now after sighting, right, what is that we need to do? Clamp horizontal and which one, these vertical plates, both we have to clamp, is na, after sighting, right, in that position, right? Now what is that we need to do? Depress, right? Now we have to depress, right? Did you observe that? Depress means that we have to move it in the downward direction or upward direction, you can say. You have to move it in the downward direction. Depress objective end. Which end we have to depress, you can say? So here if you are observing the theodolite telescope, right, this is your eyepiece, right, that is your objective. So we have to, after observing that top point, right, we have to depress this objective end, right? Objective end we have to depress, right, like that. Depress which one? This objective end. And and while depressing, right, what is it we need to do? And sight a ground point, na? And sight a point on ground near the instrument. Okay. So after that, right, what is that? The next step you will be having? Plunge the telescope, right? What is the meaning of this plunging, you can say? Rotating, na? Yes or no? Plunge the telescope and repeat procedure, right? And repeat, right? So which one is the correct answer now, right? If you just observe it, if you observe, right, B and C, A, first one, depress will not come at the starting. Clamp the horizontal plates will come next, na? Yes or no? First, so this is change procedure, change the face and repeat the procedure, right? That will come at the end, obviously, right? That is a fourth step, right? Last step. So fourth step should be at the end, right? Yes, na? Now before that, right, what is that? Depress we should have, right? That is one, right? Last but one, right? This is over and this is over, right? Change face and repeat the procedure, right? Plunge the telescope for changing the face, na? Is not repeat, right? That is last step. And before that, right, depress, right? And after, and before that, right, clamp, right? That is 2 will come, right? And after that, sight a well-defined high point on the building, right? That is 3, first point, right? Before that, right, what is it you are having? So here which option, right? 3, 2, 1, 4 is a correct sequence, na? 3, 2, 1, 4 is a correct sequence, right? Option C will be the correct answer. You can say just observe, right? Yes, na? Is it clear? Right. I'll be moving on to the second question, right? Right, select the answer, all of you. 45 seconds time I am giving for all of you. One sec. Actually it went to yeah, 45 seconds time. Select the answer. The second question, what is the answer? Yes, 1C is the correct answer. Second question, right, you try to select the answer for this, right? You know the options, right, in this, for this. See, second option, right? The second question also see, right? Is it so? The vertical angles cannot be measured by the method of repetition, right? Vertical angles we can measure it by the method of repetition or not, right? Yes, we can measure, na? Do you have any problem? Right? That is correct or not? Yes, assertion is true only, right? So this method of repetition will be using only for which one? These are horizontal angles, you can say, right? Method of repetition will be using only for which angles? Horizontal angles, right? That assertion is true, right? Because reason, cannot be measured by the method of repetition. That is correct only, no? Assertion is correct only, no? Assertion is correct only. We cannot use, right? So if you wanted to repeat, what is that you can say, right? We should have this, which one? Tell me. There is only one rotation that is possible in the vertical plane, right? Only one rotation is possible, right? Is it not that a 2 times 3 times rotation that is possible? Is not that complete is possible, or that complete is not possible, you can say that complete one is not possible, na? So no. So here what is that? If you remember, what is that? First we will be focusing on to this point, right? Yes, now first we will be focusing on to this A point, let us say, right, from this O, right? And now what is that we'll be doing, right? We'll be focusing on to this B, right? So here what happens if you just observe method of this repetition, do you remember? So first we will be focusing here, right? From here we will be changing our focus, right? That will become this theta 1, right? And again we have to come back and we have to keep it that theta 1, and we have to rotate again, right? That is your theta 2 comes to be, right? And we have to come back with the same reading, and theta 2 we have to keep it, and we have to go for which one? This theta 3, right? And again we have to come back, and what is that you can see if you just observe, that is your theta 3 we have to keep it, and we have to repeat that fourth time, right? That theta 4, right? Angle AOB, how can you get that if you just observe angle AOB equal to that theta 4 by this 4, na? So now tell me, is this kind of situation possible in the vertical circle? Is this kind of situation possible in the vertical circle? No, not possible, right? So this is a method of repetition, right? What is that you can say? That method of this repetition we will be using only for which one? Tell me. Method of repetition used only for which purpose, right? Used only for this horizontal angles, right? It is not for this vertical angles, right? That assertion is correct only, no? Because there is only one rotation that is possible in the vertical plane, right? Yes, no? Is it is clear now? Accumulated angle, right? Yes, na? So which option is correct, right? Option A is correct, na? Yes or no? Option A is correct, na? So option A, if you just observe it, assertion is true, reason is true, and reason is a correct explanation of assertion, na? So no, that is the answer, right? Isn't it? Now third question, right? Select the answer for this third question, all of you. Yeah, that already timer started, right? 50 seconds, okay, 1 minute started. Select the answer for this third question, all of you. Selected, right? So what is that? Nobody answered. Your assertion. In a theodolite, if the lower clamp is not properly clamped, or the instrument is not firmly tightened on the tripod head, the error introduced is known as the slip. Yes, na? So when you are not clamping properly, so when you are rotating it, right, what happens? You can say, right, instead of maintaining that 0 reading, which is focused at the first point, right, it is slightly moving to which one? This 2 degree 3 degree like that, na? Because of this little slip, right? Because of this looseness. Yes, that is correct only. If the shifting head is loose, the error slip will be introduced, right? Yes, no? Right? What is that you can say? So here shifting head is loose, right? What is that you can say? We just observe that shifting head is loose, right? That shifting head, right, it is loose, right? The error slip will be introduced, right? Yes, no? Is it because of this that will happen? Tell me. So assertion A, assertion, if the shifting head is loose, right? Is that shifting head loose? The slip will be introduced. Tell me. So shifting head also will cause, right? But first one and this second one, right, both are correct only, individually correct only, but are they related to each other? Tell me. So this tightening, firmly not firmly tightened, it is our mistake, personal mistake, na? Is or no? It is our mistake, personal mistake, na? Right? Yeah, Nitin said B, Sanyam said C. Okay, if we just check it out, right, what is that? That is personal related, na? So what is that? You can say that first one. It is, why it is going like this? It is which one, right? This is your personal related error, no? So no, this is your personal error. You can see if we just observe, right? Is na? Right. Answer them what to do, right? Yeah, you have to practice. That's it, right? So first you have to attend the course, right? From the course you have to practice the questions, right? After attending the course, you have to practice the question, right? That is the only one way. Okay. Otherwise, right, you just repeatedly you read them, then you can remember, right? Because last time you are having na, right? So this is because of this personal error, na. We are not tightened it, right? We are focusing on the CS eagle and it is not yet tightened properly, right? We thought that it is tightened, right? And that is one reason. Second reason, if shifting head is loose, this also will cause a slip, right? But this shifting head and this not firmly tightened, right, both are not related to each other, right? Both are individually correct only. So first one will cause this slipping, second one also will cause the slipping error, right? Both will cause, right? But both are not related to each other, right? So option, which option we have to select it? Option B correct, na? Is that no? A is true, R is true, but A and R both are not related to each other, right? Is na? So what is it? Shifting head, right? Shifting head will be used for making the instrument exactly over which one? Tell me, right? Exactly over this target object, right? Exactly over the station point, right? That is also causing which one? This tell me, slipping it will cause, right? But first one and second one are not related to each other, isn't it? Right. So select the answer for this. Fourth one. Reason is what, right? It is a personal mistake, na? Yes or no? Because of our negligence, right? Reason, if you wanted to say Sanya, because of our negligence or not having the attentiveness or carefulness, right? So we are not tightening properly, right? That is the reason, right? It is a personal mistake, right? Because of this personal mistake only that we will not be tightening, right? That is the reason. Yes, na? When you are not tightening it properly, that slip will occur. Okay? Select the answer for this fourth question, everyone. Okay, understood? Sanim, the reason? Right. So what is that? Which one of the following statements is correct? Right? Which one is correct? Tell me. The axis of this plate level should be parallel to the vertical axis, right? Vertical axis will be upward like this. That plate level axis will be horizontal like this, right? So both are parallel to each other or perpendicular to each other? Tell me. Both are perpendicular to each other, right? Option A will be absolutely wrong, you can say. The axis of this altitude level must be perpendicular to the line of collimation, right? Okay. Yeah, Nitin said correctly. Right, line of collimation must be perpendicular to the plate level axis, right? Which one is correct? Tell me. Okay. Generally, okay, the axis of this striding level must be parallel to the horizontal axis, right? That axis of this striding level, right, must be parallel to the horizontal axis, right? If you just observe, right? Axis of this altitude level must be perpendicular to the line of collimation, right? So is it so? Which one is correct? The line of collimation must be perpendicular to the plate level axis, right? Line of collimation, if you just observe, right? So that is your plate level axis, right? So here, this is, if you are observing in the plan, right, this is your plate, right? What is it? You can say this is how you are having that theodolite, na? So you will be having this this is your which one? This line of collimation, right? LOC, right? So what is that plate level axis? You can say collimation must be perpendicular to the plate level axis, right? So this is plate level axis, this is plate level axis, this is plate level axis, right? It can be anything, na? Yes or no? So that is wrong now. It can be parallel, it can be perpendicular, right? It can be anything, right? Yes, na? Yes, x-axis is nothing but horizontal axis, right? This fourth one is also wrong, right? Among this B and C, if you just observe, axis of this altitude level must be perpendicular to the line of collimation, right? What is that? Line of collimation. So here altitude level means, right, always this bubble will be provided like this, na? This bubble is provided like this or not, right? What is this bubble we have provided if you just consider? What is that bubble you can say? So whenever this is parallel, na, yes or no? So this is parallel, na, right? That perpendicular is wrong, right? Now the axis of this stringent level must be parallel to the horizontal axis, right? Yes, na? So that is wrong, right? It can be perpendicular, parallel, right? Must be parallel to the horizontal axis, right? Yes, now what is that striding level? Tell me. That is striding level, right? What is that striding level, right? Do you have any idea of this striding level? That striding level will be equal to which one? Tell me. That striding level must be equal to which one? This is a sensitive level, right? It is which one? This is a sensitive level, you can say. We will be using for an ordinary surveys or not for ordinary surveys will be using? Tell me. This is not for which one? This is ordinary surveys, right? It is used for which one? Tell me. This is but for which one? Tell me. It is but for which one we are using if you just consider, all of you. For which one we are using it? Tell me. Right? For which one we are using it? Tell me. Not for this, which one? Tell me, right? Not for this ordinary surveys, right? But for this astronomical surveys we are using, right? But for which one? These astronomical surveys will be using it. You can see if you just observe, right? Is not very sensitive level, right? It is provided at right angles to the telescope, right? It is always, this strident level is always perpendicular to which one? This telescope, right? So perpendicular to telescope means, right, what is it you can say? Parallel to horizontal axis, na? Is that no? So this is perpendicular to the telescope means, right, what is it you can say? If you just remember, right, this is your which one? Tell me. This is your line of collimation, and can we say this is your horizontal axis? Okay, so this is horizontal axis, na? That strident level will be provided like this, right? No, no, no. Line of collimation is perpendicular to the horizontal axis, right? Perpendicular to the horizontal axis, right? This is your strident level, right? This is how we are providing this strident level, and this is how we are providing which one? This altitude bubble, okay, like that, isn't it? So here, right, what is that? You can say if you just update, this is your strident level, right? Horizontal axis parallel or telescope perpendicular, right? Perpendicular to telescope only will be providing that, okay? Is this point clear now? Must be parallel to the horizontal axis or perpendicular to the telescope, right? Both will be same now. So no, both will be same or not, right? Yes, right, option B will be the correct answer, right? Is that clear now? Shall we move to the next one, that fifth one? Select the answer for this fifth question, everyone. Here, okay, if you observe, this is your telescope. No. What is that horizontal axis? Tell me. What is that horizontal axis? Right here, this is your telescope, na? Yes or no? This is your telescope. Okay. This is your telescope. You observe. This is your vertical axis, and this is your horizontal axis. Okay. Horizontal axis will be always perpendicular to the telescope. Okay. Horizontal axis will be always perpendicular to the telescope, right? Perpendicular to the line of collimation, right? This is line of collimation, or this line of sight is always along the telescope only, okay? This is always along the telescope only, line of collimation, but horizontal axis is passing through the center of this instrument but perpendicular to the telescope, right? That is horizontal axis, right? Vertical axis will be vertical direction, okay? In the horizontal plane only, right, what is that we are having? That is line of collimation you are having, horizontal axis you are having, and everywhere that plate level axis will be present, okay? Clear now? Is it clear? That is how it will be there. Clear now? Always a horizontal axis will be, this is horizontal axis, right, perpendicular to the telescope only, right? And it is mentioned that, right, a stringent level will be that what is that level, right? That striding level will be provided always perpendicular to the telescope. Already horizontal axis is Already horizontal axis is what? Perpendicular to the telescope, right? Already horizontal, this is horizontal axis perpendicular to the telescope, right? And this striding level also will be perpendicular to the telescope, right? So both must be parallel. Yes, na? Clear now? Yes, Sanyam, correct, right? A line of collimation will be perpendicular to horizontal axis. Yes, absolutely, right? Okay, right. Now select the answer for this fifth question. Right, Nithin said yeah. Any other answer by others? Five B. Others said 5B. Any other answer by others? No, it's A. Yes, right. What is that? Which of the following is carried out by this two-theodolite method, right? Circular curve ranging, na? Yes or no? Circular curve ranging, right? It's na? Two-theodolite method we are having, right? Tachyometric survey. For a tachyometric survey, we don't require two-theodolite, right? Tachyometric survey, right? What is it required? Here, you require which one? This cross hairs. Along with the cross hairs, right? This is stadia hairs we should have, na? That's it. So, two-theodolites are not required, right? Tachyometry means along with the crosshair, central crosshair, we should have this upper stadia hair as well as which one? This lower stadia hair, right? Isn't it? Okay, that is important, right? Having two theodolites is not important. Right? Circular curve ranging, if you just observe, do you remember that single theodolite method and this two theodolite method? Isn't it? So here, so we'll be having this deflection point always, no, right? That small delta 1, delta 2 will be calculating, right? Here, what is that we'll do? We'll be focusing on to this point, right? Here from this theodolite also, right? What is that we are doing, right? We are going for this, right? This is one intersection point we are getting, isn't it? So here it will be focusing like this, right, and will be moving like this, right, will be getting one more point here, right? Isn't? Do you remember this, right? Only circular curve, right? Okay, shall I go for this next one? Select the answer for this sixth question. Sixth question, right? What is your answer? Okay. So electronic theodolite, right? C. Okay, Sanim said C. Electronic theodolites of various ranges in which method angles are displayed originally on the display board are based on which of the following, right? Yes, no? So these are based on which one? Tell me that display is based on spatial optical technology or introduction of this microprocessor technology, electro-optical technology or special gearing. So it is electronic theodolite means, right, that electro-optical technology only they will be using, na? What is the technology? Do you remember that LCD technology they will be using, na? LCD. What is that LCD? Liquid crystal diodes, na? LCD we are using, na? What is that LCD? Liquid crystal diodes, right? Electronic theodolite will use electro-optical technology only, right? Will it use some other? No, no, it is not possible, right? Now, seventh one. Write your answer, select the proper answer of you. Seventh question, select the answer, right? I think in theodolite also we require one more class, it seems, right? Okay, we'll just check it out. Liquid crystal diodes, right? Those diodes are nothing but electronic systems only, na? Yes or no? Right, B. So what is that? Determine, right? What is that we need to identify? Tell me. Consider the following. Errors eliminated by taking both phase observations, those due to, right? What is that? Horizontal axis is not perpendicular to the vertical axis. So horizontal axis is not perpendicular to the vertical axis. Means that is which error if you just observe? Horizontal axis is not perpendicular to the vertical axis. Means that horizontal axis is like this, na? And when you are doing this, this is for this face left you are having. Suppose if you are doing for this face right, how it will become, right? It will become like this, na? Now these two will be eliminated or not? Definitely, right? Yes, that first one will be eliminated, na? Means horizontal axis is not perpendicular to the vertical axis. That means horizontal axis is not parallel, right? This can be eliminated, na? Non-parallelism of this axis of telescope and level of line of collimation, right? Both are same, na? Yes, no? Both are same, na? Yes or no? Imperfect adjustment of this vertical circle, right? This will take care of this vertical circle, or only horizontal related errors it will take care, right? Only horizontal related errors it will take care, na? Vertical errors it will not take care, right? Yes, na? Vertical circle errors it will not take care, yes, na? So which one is correct now? If you just observe 1 and 2 only, na? Yes, no? 1 and 2 only you can say, right? Yes, na? Seventh question, you try to select the answer for this. Eighth question, select the answer. Okay, yours is correct. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, your answer is correct, 100%. Eighth one, select the answer. Which option? Right. So consider the following statements about the theodolites. A transit theodolite is a theodolite in which the telescope can be transited, right? Yes, na? So transit theodolite means that we can transit like this, na? So 180-degree rotation we can do it, na? Yes. So where we can do the transiting operation, that is transit theodolite, right? If you are rotating it in the horizontal direction, that is your swing, okay? Swinging. If you are rotating in the vertical direction, by 180, that is your transiting, right? EDM is a theodolite fitted with a micrometer measurements, right? Is it so? EDM, which of the following statements are correct, right? Is that a EDM is a theodolite fitted with a micrometer for these measurements? Can we say? Is it so? Can you say that? Transit and non-transit theodolite only, right? Transit theodolite revolution of about the vertical axis is possible, and swing means revolution in the horizontal direction is possible, right? So optical theodolites are fitted with a micrometer reading. They will give direct reading, okay? Optical theodolites, right? There are theodolites called as your optical theodolites, right? Those optical theodolites, like which one? This just now we have seen, na? Yes, no, which one? Where it is? LCD. Electronic theodolites are there, na? Yes, electronic theodolites. These are optical theodolites, right, which are used for display purpose, right? But is it EDM? Can we call that as EDM? Can we call that as EDM? No. Theodolite fitted with a micrometer measurement. So can you call it as EDM? No, you cannot call it as EDM, right? You cannot call it as EDM, right? EDM is different, na? Yes or no? Okay, I have to be careful, right? Is it clear that second option is correct or wrong? Second option is wrong, na? That is called as theodolite only. Optical theodolite or electronic theodolite we call it as, right? We don't call it as EDM. Is na? Right. Now third one. So second statement is wrong. Third statement. A double reading theodolite is one in which diametrically opposite segments of this graduated circle are brought into view and the readings are averaged, right? It's not diametrically opposite view means face left and this face right conditions will take and will be averaging them, and yes na, that is double reading theodolite na. So is it clear, right? Which option, right? A 1 and 3 are correct means that option B is the correct answer na. So no, option B sahi hoga, right? Clear now? Clear now everyone? Right, shall we move to the next one? That the ninth question. It is not electric, electronic. Electric will not be there. Electric means this fan, light, this fridge, these kind of ones are electric. Okay, so that TV, computer, laptop, mobile, these are like electronic. Okay, electronic means which will be communicating with us. That is what. So nowadays they are combining both, right? So when you are just clapping, right, that fan will be switched on. Or when you are entering into the room, automatically, right, what is happening, that lights are opening, lights will be switched on and fan will be switched on. So means electric devices, they are applying electronic or instrumental engineering, right, aspects. That is different. Okay, select the answer for this ninth question. Vernier A scale, Vernier B scale will be having na in the transit theodolite, right? Those are Vernier scales only, no? In a transit theodolite, right, error due to eccentricity of Vernier is eliminated by reading, right, both the Verniers, right? That's it. Yes, na? So both the Verniers, if you are reading, right, what happens at Vernier A, it has to show 0 degree, and Vernier B, it is showing which one? This 180 degree, it will be showing definitely, na? So if 180 degree is not showing means, right, there is an error, right? You note both the values and you take the average, right? So that you can eliminate the error. Yes, na? The last question for today, right? Shall we go for this 10th question, everyone? Let's select the answer. Write your answer for this last question for today, 10th question. Why? Plunging, face left, telescopic normal, and swinging the telescope, right? What is that? You can say context of the theodolite, which of the following pairs are correctly matched, right? What is that plunging? The process of turning the telescope over its supporting axis through 180 degree in vertical place. Yes, plunging and transiting both are same, right? That is one is correctly matched, absolutely, yes, na? So that one is correctly matched, and that one is correctly matched, you can say. Second one, face left. When the vertical circle of the theodolite is on the left side of this observer, yes, that is also correctly matched, na? Yes, second is also correctly matched, right? Third one, telescopic normal. It implies that bubble up and face of the vertical circle left, right? Yes, which one is taken as a telescopic normal? Face left is taken as telescopic normal. Face right is taken as which one? This telescopic inverted, na? So, no. Right. Right, swinging the telescope, right? It implies turning the telescope in the vertical plane. No, na, it is turning the telescope in which direction? I told you na just now. Swinging the telescope means that moving the telescope, rotating the telescope in the horizontal direction. So moving the telescope in this vertical direction, that is called as your transiting or this plunging, right? So 1, 2, 3 are correctly matched, right? Option D will be the correct answer, na? Yes or no? Is that clear now? Is that clear, everyone? Clear, all of you? Right? Anyone having any doubts? Right, okay. I'll be closing the session, right? Next tomorrow we'll be continuing with the remaining questions of this theodolite. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Any doubts? Anyone having? Anyone having any doubts? Anywhere, all of you? If any doubts, I'll just discuss this. If no doubts, we'll close the session. Okay?